What is up, you guys? You got your voice, True Bad Boy 09 here, and today I'm giving you guys some Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary. I'm using the P90 with Kick, and I'm running Sleight of Hand Pro, Quick Draw Pro, and I think Dead Silence Pro. And I go a very nice 44-4. Yes, not using Assassin, not using any of that. I love saying that whenever I don't use Assassin. You know, getting good games without using Assassin is just awesome to get because I find it pretty easy to get good games with Assassin. Well, not easy, but it's a little bit more of a challenge when you get a great game, such as like a Moab even, in not using Assassin, running assault point streaks. You know, I always find that great and magnificent, and I think it really does challenge the player a little bit better. So, some of you guys may be thinking, power spots. What's power spots? Because that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to talk to you guys about power spots in Modern Warfare 3. Power spots, what they pretty much are spots where people camp, and it is a place where there's high action and high profile action going on, but you are heavily guarded and you are guarded well. The power spot that I'm in right now, this is a fantastic power spot, probably even one of the best in Modern Warfare 3. Because, say for example, if a nade comes at me, I can just swave around the Jeep and that nade won't get me if the Jeep is destroyed already. And another good thing about that specific power spot is that it basically controls the middle of the map, and that's what the power spots do. They're not your average camping places. They're a place where you control, most likely, the middle of the map. The part of the map where all the high profile is. You're basically in the heart of the battle, but at the same time, you're guarded. That's the key word. Heart of the battle, but you're guarded. And that's what makes power spots differ from just regular old camping spots or regular old corners. And another thing that's very interesting about power spots is I've noticed this through all of my experience in all of the COD games ever since COD 4, is that if you control the power spot or your teammate controls the power spot, you pretty much just guaranteed yourself to dominate the game. Because if you control the power spots, you're going to be killing a lot of the enemies, first of all. The enemies don't want to go to the middle of the map, which means they most likely aren't going to play the objective much, because if you're controlling the middle of the map, that's usually where all the objectives are at. And also at the same time, the enemy, you're going to be just stacking up your kill streaks, your point streaks, whatever you want to call them. You're going to be stacking those things up, and you're just going to be smooth sailing in this game from now on. And right there, I got a nice little Angelina Jolie, as my friend and I call it. We call it Angelina Jolie because you know the movie Wanted, where they curve the bullet. Yeah, right there, I just curved my FMG9 bullet right into his skull. Yeah, I'm a boss like that. But another thing is, don't maintain a high profile because people will set out to kill you. If you stay in a power spot for too long and it's not the greatest power spot, which a lot of us, even I'm guilty of, do. We stay in a spot where we think we're heavily guarded, but we really aren't. You know, we really have a counterpart to that, and we really have a place where the enemy can just kill us from the back or kill us from the front. You want to make sure that your power spot is good, and if you're going to keep a high profile, you got to guarantee yourself that that power spot is good, because one little death can be that little death that you're one kill away from your Osprey gunner, and believe me, you're going to get mad. This power spot that I'm in right now, it's a great power spot. But what do I have to worry about? I have to worry about somebody with a shotgun. I have to worry about somebody with a tack knife. I have to worry with somebody who has an itchy knife finger or thumb. You know, I have to worry. Look at that. See, a second I stopped looking, just a second, because my teammate was bumping into me, that's when I died. And you know, right there during that game, I was blaming it on my teammate because it was my teammate's fault. You know, it was pretty much my teammate's fault because my teammate was being there and I was kind of swaving to the left, to the right, waiting for the guy, but you know, he came in my way. But whatever, I didn't get hella booty tickle over it, and I just ignored it. If you guys don't know what hella booty tickle is, it's like the new word for you mad bro. Just a couple of my friends and I made that up. But going back to the commentary, when you maintain a high profile, like I said again, people will set out to kill you, and when people set out to kill you, if like I said again, if you don't have a good power spot, they're most likely going to succeed. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, wow, if power spots are so this good, is there any counterpart? True? Is there any parts where you can counter the power spots? And yes, there are definitely many ways. Sometimes if you have a good power spot like this one right here, there is, you know, probably 2 or 3. this power spot has about 2 ways to counter. One is by a knife, a shotgun, something close quarters if a guy just rushes in there. 2 is by a lucky nade, you know, just by a, you know, fairly lucky nade. But, you know, that's just a little bonus. But 3, the big one, is the catwalk. You see the catwalk right there behind me? That catwalk, if somebody goes there, they can see me perfectly. They can counterattack that power spot perfectly. But not a lot of people are smart enough to actually go to the catwalk and try to kill me. A lot of people, they'll just try to go dead on because you know, we know us Call of Duty players. You know, we like to go head on and deal with our problems head on and not like to wait. Unlike other players, let's just other games like Battlefield and all that. You know, we don't like to wait. We just like to go head on, go inside that building, spray everybody down with a P90 M1 rapid fire, extended mags, and just have a good day. That's us. That's what we like to do. But you're gonna have to play a little bit more tactically if you're gonna counter a power spot, because like I said, most of the power spots, if they're good, they're going to be pretty hard to kill the person that's camping in there. It's going to be pretty darn hard because he's going to have all of the positions secured, and he's going to have a very good, you can say, a fort covered. And the last point I want to talk about is you want to make sure you always have your back covered in a power spot. If you don't have your back covered in a power spot, there's a lot of things that are going to happen. Nades, throwing knives even. I remember a good scenario I can give you guys. There's a power spot in Lockdown. Lockdown probably has the biggest power spot in COD history. I despise Lockdown because of this. I love the map, but this side of the map I despise. You guys know the hallway in Lockdown? Yeah, I know it. That hallway is an incredible power spot. If you control that hallway in like a team deathmatch kill confirmed, even a domination, you just destroyed the enemy team. You just made their life a living hell. And I'm dead serious when I say that. That power spot is so much cover you can cover from. There's only 2 ways to get in, 2 ways to get out, and all you really need is 2 people. They can heavily guard that with strikers, scars, M4s, ACRs, MP7s, and they just pretty much, and with tactical insurgents, geez, you're gonna have a hard time trying to counter that. The power spot in Lockdown, the only thing I can really tell you to counter that is to throw flashes in there like crazy. If you have impact on, shoot the thing, from the outside, shoot the hallway like crazy with an M60 impact. That's pretty much the only thing I can pretty much give you, because that is one of the power spots that have very, very few counterparts. But like I said again, this power spot does have a couple of, the one in Dome does have a couple of power spots, and in the one in Lockdown is always going to keep your back covered, because that spot, you guys, is just insane. And you know, this game has some pretty much unfair things like the spawn in Mission. You know, in Mission, where one spawn you spawn high up and the other spawn you spawn all the way downhill, and you gotta like strive yourself to go uphill. It's just, I mean, you know, they did a pretty not that alright, you know, job in balancing things such as spawns and power spots, because they made a lot of power spots in this game, and some of them are very hard to counter. But there you guys go, you guys. That's what power spots are. I gave you some examples on how to counter them. I gave you some examples on how to use them for your advantage. And, you know, that's pretty much it. That's what I gave you. And hope you guys like that little logo I have on the top right of my screen. I'm trying to do a watermark for my channel, actually. And I'm gonna put, after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go eat some hot dogs. Then I'm gonna come back and try to make a logo for you guys, a very good one. I'm actually downloading Photoshop right now. And when I do that, I'm hopefully going to have, before the day is up, I'm hopefully going to have a good logo that I can possibly give to you guys. And so I can give you guys a little bit more professional type gameplay and commentary. So, like I said, this game, 44-4, pretty good. I control the power spots, I control the spawn, and it sucks when you die 5 seconds away from the end. It could have been a 44-3, but instead it's a 44-4. Using Sleight of Hand Pro, Quick Draw Pro, Dead Silence Pro, my favorite class setup. But I'm starting to like Civ Pro, and that's what my next video is going to be, about Civ Pro. So talk to you guys all later. Peace.